Start with breaking news just into our newsroom. A Grand Forks teen charged with felony murder and the stabbing death of another man is expected to plead guilty in the case. Casimir Haskins was arrested back in March for the stabbing death of 24-year-old Anthony Economy. He was 17 years old at that time, but charged as an adult. He was scheduled to be in court tomorrow, but that's now canceled, and a change of plea hearing is scheduled for December 9th. The stabbing happened outside of an apartment building in Grand Forks. Police say nearly a dozen people were involved in a fight. Haskins admitted to stabbing Economy one time in the chest, but says he was acting in self-defense.